All right, so another week and another sick kid. Tom had to make the video on his own last week because Bella had a stomach bug, and luckily all of the rest of us managed to not get that stomach bug. But somehow, even though we not left the house, Charlie has managed to get a cold. So now we're spending the week, this week on the sofa with a poorly child again. And I am feeling very, very, very restless because we have now spent almost 2 full weeks just being sat on the sofa with poorly kids. And we've had so many plans for this week's video. And here I am recording it, just being sat in the van as so many other times. We had one day where both kids were feeling half decent and we thought, all right, let's go to the storage. Let's pack some some stuff away and grab some stuff back that we're going to take with us when we start traveling. Perfect day to make a video. Came home and then realized didn't even bring the camera. It's just way too much at the moment. Like, we're trying to pack up, to organize, to think what we need when we're going. Like, we've already done that once, but everybody who got kids knows that if you wait this many months before you actually start traveling, you have to go through everything again because they grow an insane amount. So all the summer clothes that we packed, I shouldn't say all, some of the summer clothes that we already packed doesn't fit anymore. So we need to go through everything again to make sure that we only bring stuff that everybody can wear. So having that in the back of your head, Christmas, obviously, you need to do everything that comes with Christmas. Finish everything that we're building on the van, which is a lot, before we want to go. And it's only a week until we're planning on going, by the way. And now we spent 2 weeks sat on the sofa with poorly kids. And that as well is such an inner stress because all you want to do is to get stuff done. But also, all you want to do is to be there for your kids when they're poorly. So we don't get much done at the moment. And that's why this video looks like this again. But we thought we'd still make a video and we'll update you guys because we've had so many questions about last week's hospital appointment, if we got the green light or not. And I'm assuming that you can tell on how my face looks that it was a green light. They basically told me that everything that's not looked right since the surgery is now basically completely healed, and nobody really understands how it could have happened so fast now when nothing has happened for so many months before. They think it's probably a combination of my blodkroppar, the blood cells that's been wrong. Like, now they treated that together with all the antibiotics I got last time I was in the hospital. That together has done that my body can manage to deal with it itself, so I don't need surgery. And it's not even we don't know what it is and when or if it's going to come back. Now it sounds like it all looks healed and you should be able to do whatever you want, kind of thing. So that feels really, really good. And not just a green light as in we can't do anything anymore, you just have to wait and see. It really sounded like it's healed and it's not going to happen again. And that feels like such a safety thing. It feels a lot better to travel with that in our backpack than just wait and see if it happens. So hopefully we've now spent our last couple of days in the hospital for this year. It's been a lot of hospital visits this year, but now we're hoping to not have any until the next scans, and all with that comes in April again. So fingers crossed, and it feels really like safe to start traveling out, which is an amazing feeling. It's not that what if feeling anymore. It's just to start traveling and enjoy life again, which feels great. So another big thing that we've done this week is to sell our black van, and it feels so empty. The kids were quite upset, I should say, when we sold it. They don't really understand the thought process of that we don't need it. It is such a safety thing for the kids, I think, to have that van. It's what they know. And the fact that we spent not this summer obviously, but a couple of summers ago when Bella was a baby, we spent the whole summer in that van. As always, we are always last minutes. We bought it in like May, and then Tom converted it into a little camper, and we used it that whole summer when Bella was a baby. Bella's ready. She's even wearing her camping t-shirt.
Yeah. Swenglish camping crew.
It was such a fun summer, and we all got great memories of that van, and it just feels like a little first home on wheels kind of thing. And now we sold it, which feels really strange. The kids loved it that year. Bella was so small, and the van was so small. It was only a bed in the back of the van that we did. We did all the cooking outside. From the you woke up until you went to bed at night, you were outside, because there was no space to sit inside unless you sat like at the driver's seat basically. And the kids, they loved it. We loved it. It's not always super practical when you got small kids to have a van that you have to like build the bed every single night when you get to where you want to sleep. And the same when you start traveling in the morning, you have to put the bed away and put in kids' seats and all of this. And it was a lot of work, a lot nicer than sleeping in tents as we had done before. But it was a beautiful little van, and we all loved it, and that's where we fell in love even more in this kind of lifestyle. And it feels strange that it's gone, but hopefully it got a new good home with the new family who bought it. But also for us, it feels like such a big step. Like that's basically the last thing that we needed to sell to have sold, well, basically everything we own so we can start traveling. So this is like the last piece of the puzzle that we needed to do before we can start traveling. And it feels amazing and scary that we don't really got anything that keeps us here anymore now. We only own this van now. And that's scary. Like the less stuff we have, the lighter I feel, the better I feel. We don't got loads of crap laying around. We don't got loads of stuff that we don't need or that we don't use. If we don't use anything now, then it goes like into the bin, or it goes to like the second-hand shop so they can sell it, because well, what we don't need, we're not going to keep. And that is such a good way of living. You see it as soon as you get a house, you become a hoarder. Like you collect so many things. Like why do you need 50 cups for your coffee? You're 2 people who drink coffee in the household. Then why do you need 50? Maybe you want 6 so you can invite guests, but you don't need 50 cups. You got so much just lying around that you don't touch, and that you don't even think about that you got, because it's just hiding in the cupboards. And when you live like this, you don't. And it feels really, really nice that we've gone through everything that we own and only have this now, except the stuff in the storage, obviously. But I mean, that's only big stuff like beds and stuff like that we know that we're going to need when we come back for a house when the kids start school. So hopefully we're not saved anything unnecessary. Probably we have, but we think that we don't go to the least. We've also managed to do some bits on the van, even though the kids are poorly. My dad has, I don't want to say finally, because that sounds very rude to him. But we're finally getting that cupboard that we talked about since we moved in. And it is looking great. And we've also managed to put up the door that we built for the cupboard that's just above me. And first we thought they didn't look great because you can see like, should you say like lumps of paint? But like now when it's up, I just feel like it got character, because the kids helped me paint it and it was very chaotic. But now even though you can see that, I just feel like, oh, it's the kids who's done it and it's quite cute. So it's starting to feel more and more like a home in here now, and that it's our stuff and not just, oh, we'll make do with what's been, because that's how it was in the summer. And oh yeah, my grandma has sewed us a mattress. My grandma has sewed us a, oh, I can't say it. My grandma has sewed us a cover for the mattress that the kids sit on when we eat, so they can reach up to the table. Let me show you. Like, look at this. How cute is this? With little animals on it. So it looks cute for the kids, but it's a nice colour scale that goes with everything else in the van. I love it. It's so cute. She's also sewing like a cover for the kids' seats that fabric together with this, together with the new door here, is going to make the van look more as a home. I just need to get my crocheting done, because I'm crocheting bits for the door. So I just need to get my working gloves on and start crocheting in the highest speed you can possibly think. It feels nice. It feels like we're starting to get a home and not just a van that we live in, if you get what I mean with the difference. It's starting to feel really cozy in here, and I'm super excited to start traveling in it and actually feel like we're living a bit more in it. Especially the last 2 weeks I feel like we're not left my parents' house, because let me tell you, having a 2-year-old with a stomach bug in a van is just a no-go. Another thing that's also such a big thing to go through before we start traveling is all the medication that I need. Like, I feel like I don't eat that much medicine each day. But you know, when you start to put together like how much do I need for this many months, like we got a box that's like this big and this deep with just medication in it, and it's full to the top, and it got no stoma stuff in it. That's just medication. And obviously it got some bits in it where it's like in case of anybody else getting poorly, as paracetamol, Sudafed, plasters, etc. All of these basic things that we need, that normal people got in their cupboards at home in case somebody gets ill. But I mean, that takes up this much space. And then the rest of that box is just medication that I need for 4 months on the road. And it's not even going to cover those 4 months. We're going to have to figure out a way for somebody to send us medicine. So it feels a bit overwhelming with all the medication and all of that stuff. And you kind of realize how poorly you still are when you look at that box. But we're trying to focus on the positives and that, well, we got their green light, so I'm not that poorly anymore. But obviously I still eat a lot of medication and use a lot of extra stuff that normal people don't need. So it's a lot to think about when we start packing again. But it feels really exciting, and we got started. We're just a bit slowed down, so I got a feeling that we're not going to be able to leave as early as we were hoping because of all these poorly kids, all the 2 of them. We're just eager to start traveling now and go and see the side of the family that lives in England and friends. But we'll get there, and it feels really exciting. Right now, our biggest worry is that it's only a couple of days to Christmas. What if anybody else gets this that Charlie got? Then we can't celebrate Christmas this year either. Last year was a write-off because of chemo combined with COVID. And I mean, nothing can ever be that bad again. I feel like last week when we had the stomach bug, I was like enjoying every second of it, because I'm like, this is not chemo. I can do this forever as long as it's not chemo. But I don't want the kids to miss out on another Christmas because of illnesses and whatever. But yeah, so this was not really how this video this week was supposed to look. We were hoping to give you a bit more of a fun one, out and about, seeing the kids a bit more and whatever. But sorry, you got me today. Hopefully next week. We got big plans for a yearly recap, and we also got big plans for a video to explain why we've decided to live in this van, because we get comments every single week about why we decided to live in the van, asking why and how and what we're doing and everything around the van. So we got big plans to record this. It's just very, very hard when you got poorly kids, because obviously they need to go first. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, even if it was just watching me sit and talk for a bit. I hope everybody has a nice Christmas, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and have a lovely Christmas, and we'll see you next week. Bye.